delicious mongos.
Oh god, I'm craving Mongo now.
We're live, by the way.
Hello and welcome to
Go fuck yourself,
Canime.
Liam.
Hello, welcome to Extra Credits.
Wait, wrong one!
We were supposed to play D&D, but Andrew's an asshole and Yurichi's a bitch, so...
Who's Yurichi, Max? They don't know that. We've only had 3 episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, but they know them from D&D.
I don't think they're gonna watch the two things, mate.
Yeah, I think people are interested in one or the other for series at this point.
I guess we talk about the animu.
Okay, well you guys know what you want to do.
Shit, we don't actually have a conversation.
Yeah, we don't have a topic. Shit.
Spring!
Spring! They bounce.
Big order. Did anyone watch it and or read the manga?
I read a bit of the manga. I didn't read I'm not either caught up or...
I talk about this. I feel it's weird because I talk about it a lot when nothing's recording.
Yeah, I know, you did that the last time we talked.
And now that it's like recording, it feels artificial.
Oh my god.
Probably because you're basically repeating what's being said to the 2 people who are listening despite the fact that there are other people listening now.
Yeah. Fuck those guys. Detroit!
It's so true because whenever we're not recording, I just have everything to say about
Boku no
everything.
Hero Academia.
It's funny because when we're not recording, I have everything to say about every anime, and then when we're recording, I'm like just drawing a blank. Well,
the thing is, you say it all before we record, and then
yeah.
Like we've had like 2 giant conversations about animes that we just didn't record because we're dummies.
Yeah.
So I guess we just fucking talk about shit. Boku no Hero.
Yeah.
Oh, the manga.
I haven't read the manga, just watched the anime.
I've also read the manga and saw anime.
Jeez.
What do you think's better?
Alright,
What's better, the manga or the anime?
I haven't watched the anime yet.
Oh, Jordan.
I think that the anime does the early chapters way better, but like the anime hasn't caught up to some of the better parts of the manga yet. So it's hard to say for me at this point.
Okay.
But really, like, oh lord. Okay, if you're here and you're more or less just listening in, kinda to see what anime or manga to read and watch this.
I mean, it's too late. There's like fucking 13 episodes into the season.
Who cares? They can always catch up. I'm just saying, go watch it.
Yeah, we should have just talked about what's coming up next season.
Fine, we will. Summer 2016.
Okay, there we go.
What looks good?
Fuck our original topic, Summer 2016.
Arsenal Senki. Someone to fucking push that as much as I can.
Because it's the only thing worthwhile other than Berserk.
Is this okay? Here's my question: is this Berserk just another redoing of the beginning, or is it new shit?
No, it specifically stated this will take place after the Golden Age arc.
Okay, so this is I'm looking at. Okay, so this is the one with the giant fucking priest man who looks like he's made out of rock.
Yeah, send a link to what you're looking at, Max. Okay.
It's the Annie chart.
Yeah, I'm getting Annie chart up right now.
Alright, just want to make sure we're looking at the same thing.
Do you believe in Annie chart after love?
Do you believe
no.
in Annie charts after love?
Okay, so 91 days. I hate drama, but I'm thinking I might look at a few episodes of this.
But it is the Mafia, and if you ever rob from anyone, you should rob from the Mafia. Or the mob.
I'm a little worried because it's an original, and it's from a new studio, so I don't know how good this will be.
I mean, Trigger and Kill la Kill.
Typically what a new studio
Whoa, hold up.
Original.
You say Trigger's a new anime, but Trigger was built by people who we had a long history with beforehand.
Yeah, this studio just came out of thin air.
Right, we had Fooly Cooly, we had Gurren Lagann, we had Dead Leaves, we had... What else did they fucking do? There's a bunch of really good ones. Panty and Stocking, I don't know if that was them specifically, but it was Gainax. It was the good people from Gainax.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Fooly Cooly, Season 2.
No, I don't...
Let's not open that can of worms, because then that could be an entire podcast in itself.
There we go. There we go. Plan.
Okay, yeah, I'm switching it again.
No.
Okay, let me
No,
read.
Next one.
Every time we do this, I say the same thing. Let me just read the description of the series, and you'll see it. You'll understand our problem.
Okay.
They're ruining it. They violated it.
Why would they make a season 2?
Okay, so I'm gonna read the thing for people who haven't heard it, which is probably no one. But in the new season of FLCL, many years have passed since Naota and Haruko. It's actually Haruhara, but I like saying Haru. Because her name is Haruhara Haruko.
It's impossible to pronounce. I just call her Haru. I just shortened it to Haru.
Yeah. Shared their adventure together. Meanwhile, the war between the two entities, known as Medical Machina and the Fraternity, rages across the galaxy. Enter Hitomi, a young teenage girl who believes there is nothing amazing to expect from her average life, until one day, a new teacher named Haruko arrives at her school, because everything's in a fucking school. Soon enough,
Jesus Christ.
Soon enough, Medical McKenna is attacking the town, and Hitomi discovers a secret within her that could save everyone. A secret only Haruko could unlock. The power of friendship.
No. You actually made it sound better, because this sounds like a train wreck. Now I actually want to see it just to see how bad of a
Here's the thing. So here are the multiple things. First off, yes, there was school in Fulikuli, but it was not it didn't happen in the school. There was one episode that happened in the school, and the rest it just served as a backdrop. They all went to school. Yeah. But very rarely did you actually go to the school. Secondly, this is just a fucking magical schoolgirl fucking thing. That's all it is.
I mean, if they make it a deconstruction, kind of like Madoka Magica.
No, don't do that. That would be stupid. To do a deconstruction magical girl show at Fulikuli would be the stupidest fucking idea I've ever heard.
It's basically already ruined, mate.
Here's the thing.
That would take it and ruin it even more.
At this rate, you might as well.
I think Fulikuli should just be a moe.
Oh.
For 2 seasons.
That doesn't suit the style.
None of it suits the style.
Exactly.
There isn't. Listen. It's not supposed to be. Listen. Dead Leaves is a lot like Fulikuli. You haven't seen Dead Leaves. It's very similar and it's very good. You should watch it. There is a plot in it that makes sense. I want to say it's a coherent plot that doesn't make sense. Right? Fulikuli, it has a bunch of points that make sense on themselves. But when you put anything together, it just it doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, specifically, if you put things individually, he wears seaweed on his face because it has special properties to protect him from the stuff coming out of his forehead. That makes sense by itself. Not really, but kinda.
Within the greater context of the entire plot,
nothing makes fucking sense. That's what was so great about it.
Yes!
It made no sense. It was. I feel like Fulikuli is a lot like the word Fulikuli. It means a lot of things and nothing at the same time.
Yes.
Yes.
That's literally Fulikuli itself. The word is if you were to describe Fulikuli, the best way to describe it would be to say it's Fulikuli.
That is
right.
So
the whole
true.
thing. If you actually look at it and analyze it, it's all symbolism, right? It's all different symbolisms for stuff. I think I talked about this at some point earlier in one of the earlier podcasts, but each thing represents something. Basically, you need to get an English major to look at it, and then they'll tell you all this. They'll pull out of it. That's all these things that symbolizes.
Or you can look up this YouTuber guy. I don't remember his name, but he did a pretty good analysis of Fulikuli.
Whatever it was, I did it first. I don't know if it's recorded, but I definitely did it first.
I'll look up that YouTuber. I can try and find him again and see the date on his video.
Well, Max, you have to now do an entire Fulikuli symbolism deconstruction.
I do enough of that in university, and maybe.
Make that a project.
I mean, if I ever take a film class, that's what I'm doing. We had to analyze poems in one of our classes, and I really wanted to choose a Jabberwock poem because it makes no sense. That's the entire point of it.
Right.
And so I wanted to analyze a poem that made literally no sense. But back to what I was saying, right? It's all symbolism. It's all symbols for different stuff. Like the steam that rises is symbols for stuff. The type of drink he drinks is symbolic for stuff. Everything's symbolic. But
what's the bass guitar symbolic of?
I would guess, I'm trying to remember fully, probably like freedom, right? Because it's associated with the rock and punk bands and the indie rock groups, especially those types of guitars.
Yeah, I was also kind of...
One of them was used by, like, Jimi Hendrix, to give an example, I believe. Right? So it's associated with, because he's in this confined, city where nothing ever happens, and it's monotony, and it's routine, day after day, and nothing ever new happens. Until she comes with the guitar, which is the symbol of freedom, to bring in the freedom and the chaos that was representative in those movements into his life.
Right.
See, you just need to be an English major.
I'm not. I'm a computer. I'm basically a computer major. So.
All English majors do is fucking look at shit that has no meaning and give it meaning.
Yeah.
Literally, I remember for one of my seminars, we did Pride and Prejudice, and out of every fucking character in that book, the one that our teacher decided for us to actually look at was Mary. Now, if you've never read the book, no one gives a shit about Mary. No one likes Mary. No one wants Mary. Mary has no practical purpose.
You could say
she doesn't even have lines. She doesn't have lines. She plays the piano in the background for almost every scene. No one likes her and or cares about her. Not even her sisters. No one does. She dies alone. No one ever marries her.
Oh,
you could say she wasn't married.
Oh my god.
Well, back to what I was saying. But
yeah, Liam, see how it feels when you get the bad puns on you.
That wasn't even bad. I said that more as just, it wasn't worth the reaction. I felt nothing.
I'm just going to drink some vodka. Already had a shot.
Oh, man.
Ugh. I guess we should take another shot in the dark for another anime.
No, I'm not done with this shit yet. I'm not done with this piece of shit.
I am done with this shit. The point is, don't remake anything. Don't make sequels to things that don't need sequels.
Listen, you can make sequels to things, but here's, and this is, I think, my biggest problem with this entire thing. Why? Why is it?
Because production IG needs money. That's why.
That's entirely like this thing. This entire plot summary could have been done in an entirely new anime, right? Where there's a couple of aliens fighting across the world. You throw in the middle, and she's a magical. You could have done that entire anime. So why is it?
But yes.
So why is it a second season for Fooly Cooly? And the only reason I can think about that would make sense in this context is because of the fandom Fooly Cooly already has, and they want to cash in on that. That seems like the only explanation.
Okay, now part of me is really hoping that this description is just a shitty description, and the anime is actually going to be really good. It's going to follow in the spirit of. It's gonna...
In production, IG going, nope, lol, that was fake. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, the description was just like, we need to describe this thing. Just make something up. We don't care.
Here's the thing.
And the anime is actually killer, like awesome shit. And
here's the thing. These anime, like if you look at like Fooly Cooly, Dead Leaves is very similar. But even if you look at the guy's other works, like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill.
No. The guy for season 2 isn't even the guy for season 1 though.
No, I'm specifically talking about the guy from season 1 right now.
Actually, I should look up who the hell the season 2 guy is. Again.
I think he worked on the original Fooly Cooly, but he was
he's an IG guy. It's one of the IG guys.
Right. But if you look at his works, it all has a similar chaos, a similar spark to it. Right? Dead Leaves and Fooly Cooly are some of the only ones that, some of the only animes I've seen that can just do chaos and ridiculousness to that extreme. And though it's not as prevalent in Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, that chaos and that over-the-topness and that ridiculousness still exists. In Kill la Kill, I'd point to that one scene where they like clash swords and everything explodes, and then it implodes, explodes again, implodes, and then finally explodes. Right?
Yeah.
It's the specific guy who works on these has that sort of chaotic mentality that really works in anime. The problem with Fooly Cooly, which it especially, I mean, Dead Leaves, I mean, even if you look at Dead Leaves, it's fully chaotic, but there is it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's very coherent, and there's clearly relation to each other, and you can clearly tell what's happening at each individual time, and it heavily relies on comedy as well.
Yeah.
Fooly Cooly is nothing but chaos. Right? Even the funny parts are funny because they don't make sense and they're chaotic and sporadic.
Yep.
And because it so heavily relies on that, I can't see someone else who I've never seen in any other work, let alone any work similar.
Max. You know who you're talking about? I went to the Wikipedia page. I got the guy's name's in red. I think this is his first work. This is written by a completely different dude who has no work under him. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I've never seen anything he's done, because he's never done anything, let alone something that would be similar to Fooly Cooly in some way, like a Dead Leaves-like show, or even just a Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill-like show. So I have a hard time believing that he can anyway do this, because it's a very niche type of show. Right? Even the guy who created it, I mean, you look at Dead Leaves. That's a movie that they knew they were making and they were going to sell, and it's nowhere near the same kind of level of style as Fooly Cooly is. And the reason behind that is because Fooly Cooly was never intended to be a real series. They were just testing stuff, so they threw it all together and made something fun. They had fun with the series, and they didn't care about the results. And that's why Fooly Cooly works so well. It can't work nearly as well when you're bringing in fucking all these, when you're trying to make it a profitable series, you're trying to make it appeal to everyone, you're trying to recapture magic. Max is completely wrong. The guy who wrote Fooly Cooly did not write Dead Leaves.
No, but the guy who, I think the director who did Dead Leaves.
Kazuya Tsurimaki? No, he didn't do Dead Leaves either.
No, one of them, I can't remember which one.
No,
but
Max, nobody who worked on Fooly Cooly worked on Dead Leaves, is what I'm seeing right now.
I guarantee.
Maybe one of the producers.
There's one guy who worked on Fooly Cooly that also worked on Dead Leaves as the head artist.
The head artist?
Right.
No, the artist isn't... No. Wait, the artist actually isn't listed here. Okay, I got to look up
well, we looked it up in our first, our Trigger podcast, because it was a similar guy.
Oh, okay.
Now I have to find it.
Yeah, because I want to make sure,
But yeah, there's a reason...
referencing Dead Leaves, I want to know what else he did.
Right, because that's why both of them have, the TV head. That's why it was so similar.
Yeah, but,
it was one of the guys who, wrote it or drew it or something. But there was definitely someone important who worked on both.
Yeah. I don't know, I actually don't think so. I think Dead Leaves and Fooly Cooly aren't really related.
I guarantee they are.
Okay, let's
I
see.
remember I looked that up specifically because it reminded me so similarly of...
No, Kazuya Tsurimaki was the director and the animator, and yeah, he did not work on Dead Leaves.
I'm telling you, someone in there is the same.
Okay, yeah, keep going. I'm just gonna look up this. I'm gonna keep looking. Because I don't believe you.
I have nothing to say because I don't know.
Yep.
Don't have opinions.
I'm thinking of... Yep. I'm thinking of Hiroyuki Imayashi.
No, Hiroyuki Imayashi had nothing to do with Fooly Cooly. He's not listed on the Mal page or in the Wikipedia.
Oh, he was an animation director for one of the episodes.
Oh, for one episode?
I thought he was more involved. My bad.
It's mostly freaking Kazuya Tsurimaki.
Who did Fooly Cooly then?
Freaking Kazuya Tsurumaki! I keep naming him. Okay, I
Oh,
can't.
what else did he fucking do?
I know he did Oron High School Host Club, which is completely different from Fooly Cooly. He did Evangelion. He did End Ava, and he did His and Her Circumstance.
I have no idea. What does the animation director do? I don't.
The animation director, like, instructs the key animator, I guess.
Right, let me...
Yeah, I'm not seeing any dead leaves in here. I'm sorry to say.
Who are you talking about? No, I wasn't talking about Kazuya. I was talking about,
No, I looked at animation director and didn't see him.
No, he's definitely in there.
Okay.
I have, like, the wiki
Are you
open.
talking about the episode director?
He might have been the episode director.
Okay, let me see here. Oh, he did Deno Coil! Okay, well, he's good in my book, even if he didn't do Dead Leaves. He did
Dead Leaves was really good.
And Kill la Kill.
Yeah, that being said, Fooly Cooly only has 6 episodes. So he did like a 6th.
Oh, episode director went to do a bunch of Gurren Lagann. There you go. So it's more Fooly Cooly influenced Gurren Lagann than Dead Leaves influenced Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, probably. But still, there are a lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah.
What the hell was I talking about? Because I know my point makes sense.
I don't know, I was trying to do the Wikipedia article like I usually do.
You were talking about Fooly Cooly not making sense and how all the directors and something along those lines.
Yeah, and I had to correct him because I felt it was wrong.
No, you were right too. We can look at it. Who is okay? Fooly Cooly is by Production IG.
Yeah, and it's a joint production between Gainax and IG. The second season.
And Dead Leaves was Production IG.
Yeah, Dead Leaves was just IG.
Right, so they're the same studio. So I don't know how much they were doing.
I think FLCL had more Gainax than
probably.
IG.
That being said, it's a joint thing. I would argue. I don't know what happened, but my guess is if he's doing an animation direction for an entire episode, and the amount of similarities between Dead Leaves and Fooly Cooly, and it's a joint production, I guess that it was similar people working on both of them.
Yeah, it was just a mishmash of a shit ton of people. Yeah.
Right. So, I guess it's wrong to refer to one specifically, but it's the same. It's a lot of the same people in general who worked on both. Yeah. And to be fair, we don't know how each person was behind the scenes and influential within that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because, okay, here's the thing.
Well, it makes sense that it's similar to Kare Kano, because they both have a pretty similar art style.
Listen. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Let me show you a picture of the guy from Fooly Cooly. Right? Okay, here we go. This is over Skype, so you don't get it. You viewers,
it's fine.
Piece of shit.
The important people get it. Oh, bird.
So the guy in the back, right, the TV guy.
Yeah, the TV head. Oh, I know where you're going with this. Yeah, and freaking Retro has a TV head as well.
And then TV Retro. Head. I mean, they're very similar, okay?
Yeah, they look very similar.
And a lot of the things that happens are very similar. The style is very not the style of the animation, but the style of the written work is very similar.
Yeah.
So I would expect that a lot of some of the people who worked on Fooly Cooly also worked on Dead Leaves.
Yeah. I think mainly key animators. I don't know where you're coming from with story.
Well, yeah, animators too. But, I mean, fucking Iyamashi is both, like, a director and an animator, right?
Yeah.
So he has influence in stories and animation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna BRB real quick, guys.
What a
Yeah,
piece
you
of
do
shit.
that. Well, we Wikipedia it up.
I mean, like, I really have no input, so I'm just kind of sitting here. And I've never seen Dead
Right.
Leaf, so I figured I'll get some popcorn and watch that right now.
It's a movie. It's like hours long.
Yeah. Oh no, it's only 47 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's really
Alright.
good.
Yeah. No, BRB. From what I'm telling you,
Okay.
from what I'm hearing, it is. Just figured I'd watch it now.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But that
Wait,
being
what's he
said, the
gonna
people
watch
who worked
now?
on both are very similar, and you can see a lot of the people. Because it's not just the one guy. It's not just one guy who does the anime. It's a lot of similar people from both animes.
Yeah, but like I think I was suspicious as you were though. I thought like, oh, there's gotta have been one dude who just made all this stuff like it is. Like there's gotta be a consistent dude. I think it might be Imaishi. I'll look up Dead Leaves. You can keep talking about whatever.
Right. Even if they weren't related, they're very similar, and it's the same studios at the same time.
Yeah.
Whereas, I feel like this guy's big qualification is he's the protege of someone.
Yeah.
Who was it? And now the alcohol's kicking in, so I'm gonna be super angry.
Yeah, it's Imaishi. He worked on Dead Leaves.
It's Imaishi?
Yeah.
Okay, that may be where the similarity's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone else here I'm seeing is different, so it's Imaishi.
Okay. Kazumi Tsurumaki, who served as assistant director on the Neon Genesis Evangelion television anime and did the films. He dubbed versions of the anime. And he was the protege of someone, I can't remember who. Oh, there's a teaser.
There's a teaser for it?
There's a 1-minute teaser.
Okay, let's watch it and then rant on it.
Oh, I saw like the first thing, and it's like it's been 14 years since I last saw Haruko. Already off to a bad start.
Link me the Patreon,
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Everyone who's watching, go into an alternate tab, YouTube search FLCL Season 2.
Season 2 teaser.
Toonami.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Are we...
Okay, and I'm gonna load this.
Alright, if you need a pause now. Because we're going to start, you pieces of shit.
2, 1, start.
Already off to a bad start.
Well, I think I might be a little ahead because I just got to the iron, like, room.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
We're the same time. But yet I feel a presence here. Oh god.
Oh, a black screen! What the fuck?
Is that it? Is it just like...
It's a troll video! Okay, I'm gonna watch the rest of this just because this is great. What the Majora's Mask? Why is there...
I don't understand this. I mean, it's great.
God. I understand. You just got trolled, Max.
I feel like that was truer to the original anime than the
like
season 2 will be.
A shit ton of people. Everyone who did what we said just got trolled. See, Liam left for the best part. We trolled the world.
all right. I'm here where I think the thing where the thing did too much work today. Brain is dying. The fuck! It's a fucking fuck!
Fuck it! Get to the fucking fuck!
They took her nerves.
Took her damn.
Oh, everything's kicking in now. This is all going downhill very quickly. We're going off the rail on this crazy train, Jordan. Nope, this was the wrong thing.
Oh no, I hope that's the actual anime. I'm not even kidding. It would
I
be
mean, I
better
feel
than
like that troll trailer alone is better than what they would accomplish.
Yes! That perfectly captured the spirit of the show in like a minute. It's great.
Whatever, he was the fucking protege of the guy who did Evangelion, I think.
Yeah.
Main point, this guy hasn't fucking done anything. He did, like, Evangelion. Now, before everyone... Okay, everyone's going to get angry, but I haven't actually gotten around to seeing Evangelion yet.
I read the manga version actually because I heard it had a better ending, but I also hear it completely changes the series like 3/4 of the way in.
No. I don't know, I watched Gigak's abridged version.
That's the movies, Max. That's the completely different canon.
This is too much, it's making my... Okay.
Dude, you freaking Gynax, man. Jesus Christ.
But even so, I mean... Okay, talk about the manga. How is Evangelion different from Fooly Cooly? That's what I want to make the point of.
Oh, it's way darker, way more psychological, way more character focused.
Right, so it's completely fucking different.
Yeah, it is completely fucking different, is basically it.
I mean, I wouldn't trust... You wouldn't... I wouldn't trust the guy who wrote anime for a different series. You wouldn't rob a cop.
Piracy.
Piracy. You wouldn't steal a cop's helmet. You wouldn't then murder the cop. You wouldn't then shit in the cop's helmet and then mail it to his widow. Piracy is illegal and will be fun. Right, but I wouldn't fucking trust, you know...
Yeah, I wouldn't trust
Listen, I wouldn't trust the guy who wrote, I'm trying to think of it, Samurai Champloo to write a Moe series. I wouldn't trust the Moe series writer to write Samurai Champloo.
Bad example, because that would be fucking amazing. I would watch the shit out of a Samurai Champloo Watanabe directed Moe series. That would be amazing.
Okay, let me rephrase that. A series which he is trying to do Moe.
Okay, never mind. Now it's bad.
Yeah. Listen, if you want Samurai Champloo the Moe, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, that would be kick-ass.
But I'm talking about if he went and he tried to write, you know, Moe, and vice versa, if a Moe writer tried to write Samurai Champloo, if the guy who did, you know, Tokyo Ghoul did like a slice of life, happy-go-lucky, or on high school style, and right, they're different things. I'm not saying they can't do it, right? I mean, there's authors who can do multiple different series, but I don't. Yeah. If a guy says, I'm apprehensive, I'm like, okay, you've never done anything like this before. I mean, I'll check it out, but I have doubts. And then he does it, and then it's good, and I'm like, okay, they exceed my expectations. Or it's bad, and you're like, it's not his thing. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm saying, you know, you hold reservations. And especially with a series as important as Fooly Cooly, you don't throw a random new dude at it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they were going to say it's a spiritual successor to Fooly Cooly, it's a different series, but it's a spiritual successor, and we're getting this random guy doing it.
I think we shouldn't mess with Fooly Cooly at all, actually.
Okay, so listen, a spiritual successor, I think, is completely different. I think it's fair to do spiritual successors to anything, because it has no bearing on the original content.
Oh, you're talking about okay, now I get what you're talking about.
Right, so like Bloodborne to Dark Souls.
So Dark Souls is a spiritual successor, yeah.
So if they were going to do a series like it's a lot like Fooly Cooly, and they could do that it's a lot like Fooly Cooly. You know, it's a spiritual successor. We're trying to make it similar to it, and we have this new guy. You know, he's done some other stuff that some people think, a lot of people like the Evangelion, so a lot of people think it's good. You know, it's a bit different than what he's used to. But he says he can do it, he's a big fan of Fooly Cooly, and, you know, it's not, you know, fucking with the original stuff. We're just trying to do this series that's similar. I'd be like, okay, I have apprehensions about it. The description doesn't look good, but I'll check out a couple episodes and see how it works. Yeah. But once you start fucking with the canon and the series that we really care about, Now I gotta take a step back and say, whoa, is this guy really qualified, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a good example. Another thing.
Going back to Dark Souls, yeah. Dark Souls 2, it wasn't... Basically, the main guy who made Dark Souls really great is a guy named Hidetaka Miyazaki. He did Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne 3. Basically, all of them except 2. Now, 2 is the most hated in the series because the new director they got just did not understand how Dark Souls worked. He just thought it was like some sadomasochistic game, so he just threw random enemies at you, lots of things spawning out of walls, killing you.
Do you know
it just wasn't as good, well-designed of a game.
Do you know what Dark Souls is about?
What is Dark Souls about? Because I don't pay attention to the fucking story.
Well, it depends if you look at plot or if look in Wisecrack. Okay, so there's plot stuff. I've learned like the plot series for it and what the current most people think like the plot is. But Wisecrack, and if you haven't seen it and you're a fan of Dark Souls, is actually pretty cool. They do it from like a Freudian lens.
Yeah. And
basically, and they're like, yeah, it's about getting back in your mom's vagina in her womb, getting your dick cut off, and wants and desires. And then they pause and they're like, no, we're serious. But the whole thing, it was really cool. And I recommend you see it if you're into psychological psychoanalysis and Dark Souls. But like if you look at it through Freudian lens, and they basically their whole idea was it's the plot is a distraction from the true meaning of Dark Souls.
Yeah. And
I don't want it's their video, so I don't want to just say everything that they did. But I mean, if it sounds interesting, you go watch it. But it was really cool.
Yeah, you want to know what I liked about Demon Souls? You could actually follow the story in that one.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons they think the plot's a distraction, right? Because it's just all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, right? So let me give... It's like sports, right? I relate to sports because a lot of people like sports. Who's that basketballer who wanted to do the baseball?
Oh, see, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. That's
it was Michael Jordan? Right.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan, very good basketball player. Everyone agrees. He's a very good basketball player. If he goes over to baseball, I'm going to be apprehensive. Like, is he really... I mean, basketball is his thing. He's really good at basketball. Baseball, very different. I don't know how good he's going to be at baseball. Right?
Yeah.
It might be, you go, and he's actually really good. And no one saw that coming. And or you were apprehensive, but it turns out he's really good. Right? Or, you know, as if I remember correctly, I don't think he did super well. I think he did okay. I can't remember the specifics.
Yeah, people... It wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't. Like, he's not nearly as good at baseball as he is at basketball.
Yeah.
We don't watch that many sports.
Yeah, we're not sports people, so we're sorry for getting this guy completely wrong.
I'm pretty sure it was him.
But Jordan, yeah.
But right, so you move him over, and you know, I mean, he's all right, but the odds are he's not going to be as good at basketball because that's what he's done all of his life, and he's practiced that, and he's very good at that. Right. Yeah. So my point is, when when he moves over to baseball, you don't immediately grab him and put him as your starting guy without seeing what he can do. That's the point I'm making. You don't make him like your first batter to get all the home runs and buy him up first pick because you have no idea how good he is.
Yeah.
Right? If you were to throw, it's the same, right? You watch, you know, he does a couple of other games beforehand. You see how good he is in that. Maybe he does, you know, maybe he does. They do that thing that they pick everything from, right? I forget what it's called, but they like demonstrate all their talents and then they go into a list.
Yeah.
But like you look at that and then you pick based on that, or you see him in a couple of not like nationals but lower league games or something, and then you're like, okay, so we have a vague idea of his skill level because it's completely different.
Yeah.
Right? So if they did a spiritual successor, I'm like, okay, he's doing a minor league thing, you know? We're going to see how well it works out. And if it works out, and if it turns out he is good, and it does work out well, you know what you can do then? If people really liked what he did, then you can do Fooly Cooly.
Yeah.
But you don't just start out with, yeah, he's this guy, he did some Evangelia, he did an anime before, I mean, we need money, here you go.
I don't know what those guys at IG are thinking.
I know exactly what they're thinking. Wake up, we need to make money.
I don't know, make some more.
Actually,
I was
no.
gonna say make some more Ghost in the Shell, but apparently I haven't seen it. But apparently Arise is fucking garbage. So yeah, they can't exactly do that.
Here's the thing, because Ghost Rise in the Shell is a bunch of movies that you have to watch. Right?
No. It's one movie and then a series.
Okay, but the whole point you have to watch. Really? I thought it was a bunch of movies.
No. It's one. There's the one movie in 1995, and then 10 years later they made the series.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different one that's just a series of movies then.
No, that's Kara no Kyokai you're thinking of.
Oh shit.
That's not them at all.
This whole time. But I've always put off Ghost in the Shell, and the reason I put it off is because I want to just watch it all. So I want to set up enough time to watch a movie and then watch a series.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no time. You know what exactly what they're thinking? IG,
what?
Undertale Temmie get money for colleague.
Do they need
money?
I wasn't under
Money. Gotta get money.
I don't know.
Right, because the only
what have they done last? I didn't get the impression that Psycho-Pass sold badly. Psycho-Pass sold pretty good.
Psycho-Pass is by the same guy who did One Punch Man.
No, that's Mob Psycho 100.
Oh shit. Oh no, Psycho-Pass is the one I skipped because it looked like a cop movie.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Fuck that shit.
It's not a cop movie at all, though.
Listen, I mean, the thing read like it was about cops who hunt down people for thought crimes. And I'm like, I don't see any of these characters being relatable.
Kind of. I didn't finish the entire thing, but from what I saw, it was like maybe 25% that.
Here's the thing. The problem is I immediately looked at it, and without watching the series or anything like that, immediately identified with the insane people.
Yeah, I knew you were going to, because they're the freaking artist type people. They're like, fuck the civil system. I hate this shit.
Right, so I mean, I don't listen. If you want to do a series, here's I don't want to watch a series about a bunch of government bad guys just fucking over who I would argue are innocent people because they haven't done anything yet, right?
Yeah.
So I
think the artist people murdered some people though.
Well, okay, so the thing is I've never watched it, so I read the description, and here's why. Yeah. The description said they're people, and then they have scanners that tell how likely you are to commit a crime. And then they arrest you based off
that. That is a terrible description of the civil system. How would I describe it, though? It's like, the civil system's like, it basically measures your life aptitude. So basically, like, you're born into this world, you get the civil system, and it'll tell you exactly, like, what you're gonna be good at in life. It'll be like, oh, you be a carpenter, that'll make you the happiest in life, go be a carpenter. Or you'll be an artist, that's why you're happy in your life, go be an artist. That's what basically the civil system is. Like a really dumbed-down version.
Yeah, but the whole thing said, like, I'm trying to find it now, but it's like, it can tell how likely you are to become a criminal.
Yeah, it's when you're going off the beaten path, basically. I think, yeah, that system's pretty broken, because it's like, when you're going off the beaten path is when it starts to go, oh, this guy is, like, having free will thinking, he may be a criminal going against the civil system.
Right, and that literally stands against everything. Listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a lot more moral standards than I do.
Yeah.
I have like a list. It's a short list, but it's there.
Yeah.
That goes against like literally everything I stand for. Do you know what my favorite books are? V for Vendetta. And like fucking V for, and if you haven't read that book is amazing. And a
I'm just
fucking
gonna stay silent because I have nothing to add because I read that a very long time ago.
did you see the movie?
I think yeah, you gave me that book like 4 or 5 years ago
Yeah,
now.
it's very good. Did you see the movie? The movie's the only thing I've ever seen where they took a book and then they adapted it to a movie. But so my big problem with movies is like when they do it.
Yeah.
When they do it, like they fucking they. The problem is it's never as good as the books, right?
Yeah. That's why I don't watch many movies because it'll never
Right.
be as good as a book.
So either it's as good as the book because they make it very very similar,
Yeah.
or it's not as good as the book because they leave stuff out that was in the book.
Yeah.
V for Vendetta is the only movie I've ever seen that's taken a book and adapted it, and then taken the parts that would do, and then like it's not the same, but it's equally as good. And the reason it's equally as good is because they take the book and they take which parts would be done really well in the movie and do it to the best extent the movie can do. It's the only movie I ever feel that feels like it's really an adaptation as opposed to a movie version to make money.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, for example, V's death scene. Well, I would argue, I guess you would argue he never died, but the scene where the guy behind the mask dies, where it's the knife throwing and the gunshots and whatnot. That scene is a lot better in the movie than it is in the book, because it's a much better movie scene. It's better suited for movies. They take the parts of the book that are better suited for movies, and they do that really well.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've taken where it's a story, and they've just used and highlighted the best parts of it that are for movies.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to go back.
And then my other favorite book.
No,
Then,
I just want to go correct myself for a second because I know you're on this rant, but I just looked up because I can't describe the civil system very well. Okay, here's the actual description on the Wikipedia. The civil system is a hive mind made up of people who, like Makishima, that's the villain, by the way, are criminally asymptomatic so that their psychopaths cannot be determined. There are 247 currently known members, with 200 of these members working around the clock to scan and determine the psychopaths of everyone in the country. So basically, the civil system is made up of a hive mind of all the artist-type people.
see, that just utterly confused me. Here's where is it?
I get.
Hello.
Yeah, now that makes less sense to me because it's like you're.
Okay, let me read the setting. The setting is what I read before going into the series.
Okay.
Psychopaths is set in 2113. The Sybil system is actively measuring the populace's mental state, personalities, and the probability that individuals will commit a crime, using a cinematic scan of the brain. There's all the assessment.
That's not how it's portrayed in the show.
I'm just telling you.
I'm trying to read to you what the.
Well, here's the thing. I don't watch every show, right? There's too many to watch. So I read the descriptions and say what looks good.
Yeah.
So when I read this, it
or you
seemed...
can just be like me and just watch all the first episodes, but then again, I might have more time than you. I don't know.
I have a job now and shit. I can't fucking... Ain't nobody... nobody got time for that.
Yeah, did that at school even.
No, fair enough.
Just find a time where you can spare 20 minutes.
Here's the thing. I don't fucking want to watch a lot of this stuff on this series.
Yeah.
And Psychopaths was one of the ones that just looked like I'd hate it. Right? Because the way it's portrayed, and I don't know how true this is, and you can argue if it's true or not, but the way it seems is they have a brain scanner, and they scan people, and then it says, this person has a high probability of committing a crime, so you should arrest him to prevent him from committing that crime. That's what it was sold to me as.
That's half of the truth. That's half of it.
Right? And that literally is everything. That's literally the antithesis of how I would imagine a perfect government to function. It's the antithesis of my entire fucking code of honor and moral being.
No, the way the civil system works though is that the way it measures it is if you cannot be measured by the civil system is when you have to be part of it. Oh, that's when you're being Okay, here, let me explain this really clearly. Okay, if you're
Good luck.
unreadable by the civil system, is when you're a criminal.
See, and that's, I mean, okay, I think that's bullshit too.
There you go.
Hello.
Hey, because
Okay,
then,
we're just talking about the civil system.
because then
You
one
know,
of two.
psychopaths, Liam.
I know. I have the vague understanding of it. I never watched it.
God
Here's the
damn it,
thing.
why am I the only one who watched this shit?
Because it looked awful to me. It looked like the antithesis of what I'd want to watch.
I hate drama shows, so I try to avoid them.
You know
as
what
much as I
show?
can.
You know what show would draw me in? It's a show set in 2113, and they have this system that can measure people's brains. And when you're not readable by them, they arrest people. So it's listen to me finish. So it's a group of people fighting against that system. That I would watch.
Not the police.
They
trying to
are
prevent
fighting
it, right?
against that system, like halfway through though. Because a con
Yeah, but like
realizes...
the first half is them debating the moral quandary of is it okay to start judging people based off thoughts rather than their actions.
I can answer that for you now. No, it's not.
Yeah, and then
Move
Akane,
on.
Yeah, Max, literally the main character goes, no. In halfway point, and then it's about taking out the civil
Well, it took him halfway. That should just be an immediate answer. Should we do thought crimes? No. Oh, great, we're done here. Let's fight against this. Fight the system.
But then she's like, but okay, you're gonna get really pissed off. Okay, let me just spoil the ending because I feel like neither of you two are gonna watch it.
Okay, wait. We have to. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Click
alert.
here.
No, it's been a
We
while.
don't.
The ending
Liam,
might be
what the
fuzzy
fuck
to
you doing? You think I have the kind of time or production money to do a click here button?
Yes.
I don't.
I will do the click here button.
No, you
Okay.
won't. No, you won't. You neither have the ability, nor the time, nor the actual effort reserves to put in to do that.
I
will
would say I
give
would, but I don't care. So
Fuck you, let me spoil the ending.
Let's do a timer so you can skip to exactly. Let's
Just put
give
a
you
time in the description. There,
20.
that
You
takes
got
5
how much
seconds.
time do you need? You got 30
How much
seconds
time do I need?
to
Okay, I
spoil
got
the
30
ending.
seconds.
Ready? Skip to 30 if you want to miss this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I only need 10 seconds, really. Basically, the ending, the main character goes, she's about to destroy the civil system, but then goes, no, society will be broken if I destroy this, and decides not to.
the fuck.
I can't. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
The fuck.
So again, based off that, why do you think I would like this series?
Yeah, never mind. I just remembered the ending. I'm like, oh, never mind. These two would hate it.
It's literally the. I mean, it's fucking. It's 1982.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
not read it?
No.
I mean, did you not read it?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Or is it 1984? Sorry, I don't know why I said 1982. It's 1984. My bad.
I
Did
still
you-
don't think I read the book.
It's the one where it's based off the Soviet Union. It's with Winston in the fascist government.
I feel like you're trying to talk about a pig for some reason, but that's not the
You may be thinking of Animal Farm, which is
I
written
am
by the
thinking
same
of
guy.
Animal Farm.
Yes, Orwell. He wrote, I believe, 1984 first, and then Animal Farm. They're both Animal Farm's an allegory for Soviet Russia. 1984 is his argument of what Soviet Russia was likely to become, what was happening there, and what it would eventually develop into.
Was he right?
North Korea. He predicted North Korea.
God damn.
Like, literally, he I think the thing was written in, like, the 1800s. I can't... I gotta double check that. But I think it was late 1800s. No, fuck, no. That was early 1900s. Sorry.
Oh boy.
But, like, early, like, not... He was born...
1949. That's what I got for 1984.
I don't... There was no Soviet Russia in the 1800s. Why am I thinking 1800s?
Yeah, 1949, sir.
I'm thinking because it's 1984. I'm mixing numbers again.
Oh.
Oh,
But
Lord.
but
But I think we were making a point about Psychopaths.
no, I was making a point about Orwell in general.
Oh, okay.
But like he was talking about, for example, he came up with this idea of telescreens, which were like televisions with cameras in it, which didn't exist at the time, obviously, but now do. We have laptops with webcams in it and stuff. Right, so he predicted all this technology and all these different things and ways they would be used. Which, I mean, if you read North Korea, it literally, if you look at their thing, it seems like they read 1984 and then based their country on it. I mean, it's uncanny.
Yeah.
They got telescreens everywhere. They have doublethink. It's ridiculous how similar it is. But right, it feels like Psychopaths is trying to argue for the party style, type thing, right? Which is, I mean, if I were to ever listen, if I were to ever revolt, like go into an actual legitimate revolt, which would take a lot, because listen, I don't want to risk my life for a lot or for just any reason. So it has to be something specific. It has to be something big for me to actually legitimately think about joining an armed revolt. That would do it.
You would be Maki Shiva, Max. You would be Maki Shiva.
I mean, provided the infrastructure was there. I don't know if they start like arresting. Oh, okay. To be fair, I think it'd have to get a bit worse. I think if the civil system where they're arresting people with high stuff, that's when you do the big protests and stuff.
Yeah.
I think when they start shutting down protesters is when you start needing revolts. But maybe I spoke a bit too soon there, because I'm actually thinking about it now. I'm not sure. You know what it would be? If I was one of those people they went after, I would immediately join the revolutions. That's what would happen. If I wasn't, then civil disobedience and protests. That's me being honest.
Yeah.
So, I feel like they replaced Gurren Lagann's big nose guy with a big drill dick dude in Dead Leaves here.
I mean, kinda.
Big Drill Dick dude's the best character in the.
Oh.
That's why I said replaced him.
Oh, yeah.
Basically made.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, he's great.
So yeah,
you know who he reminds me of? The fire guy.
IG, am I right?
That's who he reminds me of. The fire guy.
Yeah.
Fire everything! Firing everything!
Oh, yes, Button Dude.
Button Dude, yeah. I call him the fire guy because that's his only fucking line. He only ever says fire.
He's made me afraid of clouds.
Just made me afraid of cloud strife.
Cloud strife. How does it make you afraid of clouds? Oh yeah, I'm just mash a button and then you have a
I don't know.
sword.
Just tell me my way out of it. What the fuck were we talking about? We did Psycho.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
we were
why I
yelling,
shouldn't
oh yeah,
drink.
production. We were on about production IG.
Oh yeah, fuck them. What have they done besides Psychopaths?
Okay, after that, they didn't do anything until this season with Joker Game, which I thought was a really boring political show, so I dropped it.
So you're saying it's something that I might like?
Well, I've heard from the smart people who like that politics stuff that the politics is actually really stupid and juvenile.
No, fuck.
Yeah, you might want to see. You might want to check that, Max. I don't know.
I haven't like watched it. It was one of the things that looked interesting.
Yeah.
But I've just been. Listen, I'm tired, man. I go to work. I work at a warehouse. I do work. I come home. I'm tired. I just wanna relax. And I kind of get. I think I'm starting to get why a lot of people don't like a lot of the political stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Because on the weekdays when I come home and I'm like tired after work and shit, I'm like, I don't wanna think about shit. I just want
Just want to nap.
Boku no Hero doesn't make you think about stuff. They just Detroit.
It's
Smash! Right? I can do that all day. That requires minimal effort and it's hilariously fun. That's it. I just want to have fun. And the thing with a lot of the political stuff, and I think this is why a lot of people don't like a lot of the political shows and stuff, is because it takes investment and effort and thought process on your side. Listen, Game of Thrones, I mean, it's a really interesting, and I think they've done a very good job with combining a lot of the creating political action, right? The Red Wedding is a very political move, but they've combined it with action to make it very, very interesting to people who would otherwise not really get all the politics that's going on. Right? But, I mean, on the other hand, I feel like the show's a lot more enjoyable if you're going to actually sit down on, like, a day you don't have to do stuff and actually focus hard and, work hard. It's a lot more interesting. I knew Oberon was going to fight in the mountain because I knew all, like, the politics stuff beforehand. So I'm like, it's going to be Oberon, and Oberon shows up, and I'm like, he's going to do it, I'll do it, yeah! And, it gets a bit more excited that way. That's just my feel, right? But then a lot of people, I guess, and I'm starting to realize this now, a lot of people don't have a lot of time and a lot of effort to put into shows like that.
Unless you're, like, constantly thinking about it at work. Every place where I've worked has just been me walking around.
Yeah.
Just a lot of time to think for me.
Yeah. But the thing is, you have to... Because, right, I don't have time in the mornings to watch. I can only watch it at night because I have to get up at, like, 7 to get ready for work.
Yeah.
But, so when I get home, I don't want to deal with politics or anything.
I think the point I'm making is I've never taken a job that's mentally exhausted me. Maybe physically, but not mentally.
Well, I feel they're interconnected, right? Well,
Yeah.
Not really. If I do like a marathon, I actually feel like my brain is more.
What was it in like concentration camps like Auschwitz? There were 2 camps of people. There was the first camp, which after working going hard at work and like for the Nazis, they would come back and their rest, save your strength, don't do any extraneous activities because we're going to die of overwork. So just try and survive as long as you can. And the second group's like, nah, fuck that. We're going to do Shakespeare, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to use our time effectively. Guess which group lasted longer?
Conservative?
Guys who, like, slept.
No, they died immediately.
Oh.
It's the same thing. It's why they tell you get exercise when you're studying for exams. Because they both relate to each other. So on one hand, I guess I should watch Game of Thrones and political shit. I just don't want to.
Not in the mood.
Here's really what I think it is. I don't like that time period. Honestly, that's what it is.
What do you mean, the medieval time period?
No, when Joker takes place, like in the 1940s.
Joker game, well, the 1930s.
In the World War I, World War II. I hate all those eras. Because it's especially for like Eastern stuff, because it's when they transition from like martial arts to guns.
Yeah.
And like it's all just, I don't like it. I don't like that time period. Right? Ip Man, I really liked, and the reason was they kept all the martial arts and all the hand fighting and stuff. Whereas in that, it's just shitty guns and all this. I really don't like that time period. I don't. Listen, I hate guns. I'm just going to come out and say
Oh my god, thank you! High five, Max!
I hate guns. I think they ruined warfare and they ruined everything. Swords were much better and way more entertaining. If you disagree.
Right there with you. Finally, someone who agrees with
And that's why I think I hate that series the most, because it's when, I mean, obviously, the black ships came in, and, they got guns away before that. But it's the first time that real, like martial artists had to deal with guns, and it didn't end well for them. And I hate that. You know, you spend your entire fucking life building the strength, and you're way fucking stronger than the guy is, but he's just some asshole who happened to have a nice piece of machinery that somebody else used their skills to build, and he can just fucking take out the guy with no abilities. It pisses me off. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, fuck Joker game. It's garbage. No one likes it. Okay, what was...
There's one guy. I thought Joker game was really good.
Well, fuck you, because no one likes it.
You just don't understand.
Oh, you don't understand it, man. You don't understand Joker game.
That's why Arslan Senki. Arslan Senki's good. I mean, I feel like some of the stuff. I remember, like, I watched the first episode. Did you watch Arslan Senki?
Liam, did you watch Arslan Senki? No response.
Fuck Liam.
I think I watched 10 minutes and was like, fuck medieval stuff.
Wait, what?
That season I was really mad at medieval stuff, mainly because of Dan Bachi.
Oh, okay. Maybe you go back and watch it. Like, it's a good series. It's written by the same person who did Full Metal.
No, it's not. No, Max, you're completely wrong about that. The manga,
series?
It's a rewrite. The manga was rewritten by the Full Metal Alchemist person, but the original is actually a novel series written by the same guy who wrote Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What series?
Arslan Senki.
Never heard of it.
And the original Arslan novels actually do have an adaptation in the 90s, but I haven't seen that yet.
I did not know that. I thought it was literally the same person.
Nope.
Explains why they're so different.
Yeah.
But like.
If you watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes, you'll be like, oh, this is exactly the same as Arslan. Super political and super like.
Listen, I like the political stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not. Here's the thing about Senki. It's not complicated politics. It's very simple politics. Right?
That's what make it boring for me.
Here's the thing. There's very little politics in it. I would argue, compared to something like Game of Thrones, there's very little politics, and it's not complicated. Like, for example, spoiler: the main character or the main villain is you might want to skip now. The son of the elder brother of the current king. Right, so he's destined to be the proper king. And he's like, you killed my father. That's the kind of level of political games they're playing. The rest of it is, I think a lot of people are confusing a lot of political games with nation building. They have separate ideas of nation building. And that's what, like, he's anti-slavery. And he thinks he can build a better nation when there's no slavery. But a lot of it's just, it's not very complicated politics. It's like, it's not boring politics, but it's not difficult to understand. But a lot of the stuff is like, let me give you an example. In like I think it's like the first or second, the episode where they go to war, his falcon comes back, and he sends out his falcon to scout, and his falcon comes back and his wings are wet. He's like, oh, you must have gone in the bird bath. I'm like, no, that's oil. They're definitely setting up a fire trap. And they go, and it's like, it doesn't make sense they would come here. There's probably setting up a trap. Yeah, probably because of the oil. And he's like, did you find anything? No, there was some water on the bird. Or he like smells it, and he's like, that doesn't smell like water. It smells like oil or something. He's like, it's a fire trap. And they go in, and he's like, I'm not sure about this. It's like, it's fine. What could possibly go wrong? It's a fire trap! And they go in, and guess what happens? Take a guess. Take a wild shot in the dark. What happens?
It's a fire trap!
It's a fucking fire trap! They crush, like, they put a giant hole in the fucking ground, they fall through, there's fire everywhere. I'm like, listen, if I was there was a much better way to deal with this. You know how you deal with this? You hold off your guys. That way, you know what happens? Because his problem is, he doesn't want his dad to be disappointed with him. That's the whole thing. He's like, if I don't go in, I'll seem like a coward. Here's what you do. You hold your guys in reserve, and then one of two things will happen. There'll be a giant explosion, or there'll be no explosion. If there's a giant explosion, congratulations, you just proved yourself to be super smart, and you saved all your guys, and now you can properly fight. If there's no explosion, you can run in and be reserves. Sure, you'll look a bit, you look a bit cowardly, but you went in and you fought as best you could. You can't say that it's not like you ran away. It won't look super brave, but it won't look like you're super scared either. And even if it does, you could say, well, it was, it was my first time. And, I mean, politically you can justify it, like, you don't want the crown who's, the first in line and the only heir to immediately die in his first battle, either. Right? So it's a very low-risk situation to just wait for the explosion. Just hold your guys, you don't even have to hold them that long, just a couple of minutes. Wait for them to hit each other, and once that happens, you'll know if there's a fire trap or not. And the whole time, that's what I was thinking. Just hold them in reserve. Hold them in reserve. We're going to go forward. All my troops are dead.
That's fun. All my troops are dead.
And it's like, really, you just got like 3 super loyals who you could have had as like personal guard. There was all these political moves you could have made if you weren't a moron. In his defense, that is the character, though. The character is very unworldly and inexperienced. You know what it is?
Isn't Arslan like a freaking 14-year-old or something? Or
Holy shit, you know what this is? It's a Bildungsroman. That's entirely what this is.
It's a what?
It's a Bildungsroman.
What?
A Bildungsroman is a book that follows what is essentially a child to their growth to manhood, right? So if you ever read Great Expectations...
Oh, it's a coming-of-age story.
Yeah.
See, you could have just said that.
Well, yeah, I'm, a highfalutin English major, so I know what a Bildungsroman is, because I'm not an idiot. But,
But we're not high-level English majors.
Yeah, we're not high-level English majors.
It's called a Bildungsroman. It comes from, like, a German word that means something I can't fucking remember. But... It's specifically males, and they have, like... And there's a lot of typical stuff. Like, they have a mentor, which... It's a Bildungsroman. It's essentially what it is. And so they start off in Bildungsromans, or coming-of-age story, they start off real dumb. Real dumb, and real scared, and they don't know what they're doing, and then someone helps them to develop and become, not real dumb. That's entirely what this is.
Yeah.
Also, I hated Great Expectations. Whoa! Starting drama in the literacy corner. English majors are going to be fighting. While we're at it, why the fuck do we call... Here's what's bullshit. Think about this. Why do you do reports in Shakespeare? You know what Shakespeare wrote? He wrote fucking plays. Reading his plays in English class is like reading a movie script. I mean, think about it. That's what it is.
I love how me and Liam were just quiet, just like, yeah, you just keep going off.
I mean, can you come up with a reasonable argument to that?
Liam, do something.
What?
Come up with an argument for how Shakespeare's plays being read is a good thing.
I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but it is essentially a movie script.
It really is. It was a play.
God damn it, Liam! We wanted you to do some contextual stuff.
I mean, there's nothing.
Plays are movies.
I mean, I'm right.
They are. They're just real time.
I'm just right on this. Okay. I mean, you're thinking, well, what's the big? It's like, why don't we read movie scripts in class then? Why can't we read Fargo, the script?
I read Monsters Inc. in class for English once.
The movie script?
Why would you read Monsters Inc.?
Because applied English makes you feel really, really dumb sometimes.
Well, if you're in applied English, you're probably real right.
Applied English.
I couldn't keep up with the workload of academic.
The fuck?
I'm a really lazy son of a bitch.
That's fucking why you never read 1984. You were too dumb.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Hashtag triggered.
I mean...
That being said, you should read it. You should read it. It's one of my favorite... It's Andrew. It's his favorite book of all time, too. But, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people say Shakespeare's really hard to read.
It's just a bunch of dick jokes.
First of all, anyone who says that, it's not that hard to read, and even if you say it does, I just want to throw Chaucer at them. Chaucer's legitimately difficult to read. Why? He doesn't write in English. He's an English writer who writes in a foreign language.
What?
How does that work?
They hadn't invented grammar yet.
Oh.
I'm not even joking. Literally, grammar had not been invented, so he follows no grammatical rules.
That sounds kind of cool to read, actually. That sounds like a clusterfuck. I'd want to read it.
I will send you a link to what Chaucer looks like. Literally, if you read Chaucer out loud, it sounds more German than it does English. It's fucking ridiculous. I hate him so. I don't hate him I hate his work so much. But I'll send you Canterbury Tales. But what the fuck was I saying? I did an entire workshop on how to properly read Shakespeare. And one of the big things he says is, you know what you're supposed to do a lot of the times when you don't understand what he's saying? Ignore it. I'm not even joking. Because of two things. One, a lot of the stuff is specific to his time. Right? So there's this entire section of Hamlet where he's talking about actors with Guildenstern and who's the other one?
It's Smog.
It's something in Guildenstern. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. And it makes no sense. And the reason it doesn't make sense is because he's specifically talking about, because at that time in England, he was losing, people weren't coming to his plays because they were going to street corners and seeing little kids recite epic poems. And these little kids would just memorize it and then recite out the street corner and people would pass them by and they'd go see that instead of going to see Shakespeare. So he's pissed off at all the little kids, so he wrote a rant in his play about it. That doesn't make sense in normal context because that isn't happening, so there's nothing for us to relate to.
What Liam said.
Also, a bunch of his stuff is literally gibberish.
This is really boring. Can we move on to something better?
Sure. I'm going to send you quickly because you wanted to know what Chaucer looked like.
I want to see like the fucked up grammar shit. So you gotta send me that.
I'm not even sure because there's accents on these that don't exist in English.
That's cool. That'd be like weird.
I'll send you. I'm trying to find a good one. There's some that are just so awful that I couldn't even read it. But here, let me send you a quick one. Here, let me send you just a link to Canterbury Tales. And you can take a look at that. Just skim through it and see how awful that is.
Hey,
let me read. But natheless, while I have time and space, ere that I further this tale pace, methinketh in accordance to reason to tell all the conditions.
Canterbury Tales. I'm loading this on my phone because I shut off my computer. Let's see this shit. Till that April with this shower soot, the draught of Marth had pierced the root and bathed into every vein in such liquor, of which virtue endangered the flower. Okay, I'm already done.
Yeah.
That already makes no sense to me.
That whole thing, I'm trying to remember, I knew what this meant at one point. It's talking about, fuck. I think it's talking about seasons, and it's comparing it to virtues or something. Yeah. There's an entire part where he talks about birds. Actually, I think that's like right after. He talks about birds, and it has nothing to do with actual birds. It's supposed to be like talking about fucking how the people on the Pilgrims are unworthy or some shit. It makes no sense. Keep reading. Read that entire section. See how well you can read the rest of it.
No, this is too boring.
When Zephyrus, let me read this. When Zephyrus,
fucking hell. Okay, I'll read it just so that they can hear a different voice. It's not Max's.
Okay.
When April with his showers soot, the draught of March would pierce the root, and bathe every vein in such liquor of which virtue engendered is the flower. When Zephyrus Ike with his sweet breath inspired hath every holt and heath. The tent, I can feel the spit coming in my mouth.
You know why? Because it's and honestly, I think this is the big reason, because English is derived from German.
Yeah.
Now, you may know, and the viewers probably don't, but I am German. I took a number of German classes, and I was part of a German choir. You are supposed to spit when you talk in German, especially when singing.
Oh my god. It's horrible. You can actively, like, I encourage the audience, go get this somehow, because you can actively feel the saliva just coming in.
It's all free
just
online.
so
It's Chaucer. He's been dead for centuries.
Yeah, go look up Chaucer or whatever, and go read this thing, because you can feel the saliva just come in your mouth and just, oh.
Look at the line right at, the 2 lines fucking right after that. The tender crop is of the young son, half in ram, his half course ye run.
And
You
the
run.
small fowls are making and the fun of the snowballs are making
I believe that section is about sex. I'm
yeah,
not,
that last part sounds like sex.
I'm not a
Small
hundo on
fowls
that.
making some melodies,
But I think,
baby.
because the whole point of the Canterbury Tales, if you don't know, which you don't, because I know you, is about pilgrims on a pilgrimage, and none of them are there, almost none of them are there for the right reasons. And that's like the overall point. And so
I've already changed my Skype quote to "and Smalley fowls making melody."
right. So this entire part was he's talking about how, I don't even fucking know. I hated Canterbury Tales so much, but I think it has to do with dumb shit like, basically, I think it's about how that they're supposed to be on the pilgrims for the right reasons, but they're not, and they're on for the wrong reasons.
Titty machine gun. What?
That was not in there.
What?
No,
Okay, I
but
want to know what
deadly.
Liam's talking about. Liam, what is
Dead
he talking?
leaves.
Oh.
Oh, he died 1400 CE. Fuck him. I hate him.
Okay, let's just
I now
not
understand-
talk about this anymore, Max, and actually.
This is supposed to be about
this time.
anime. Fuck Chaucer.
Yeah, Chaucer.
What else is happening in the summer?
Mob Psychopaths 100 or whatever. No.
Mob Psychopaths.
Or Psycho Mob 100% or something. I forget the title.
Okay,
I'll watch
made
it.
by One Punch Man.
One Punch Man was good. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I'll like it. I don't know anything about
I
it.
feel like you would, but it's not martial artsy. It's about psychic powers and just being OP as shit with them.
I don't know. I'm fine with psychic powers. I haven't read anything. Here's the thing. I really liked One Punch Man, so I'm not even looking at anything about psychopaths. Or fuck.
Mob Psycho.
You're getting confused already.
Mob Psycho. I'm not going to do anything about it, and when it comes out, I'll watch it and I'll see if I like it.
Yeah, don't take. Here's the thing. I read the series to try it. Don't take it seriously. It's very much One Punch Man like.
All right. But
What are
of
you
course,
talking about? One
of course,
Punch Man can be taken very seriously.
it's actually all symbolism.
No, look up best guy ever, best anime ever, One Punch Man.
Do you know where the guy who writes One Punch Man is from?
Where's he from?
The Saitama district.
God fucking damn it.
You want to know?
Fuck?
Yeah, it's from the Saitama district of Japan. Do you want to also, you know how it's a Pangea continent in One Punch Man? Do you know what that Pangea continent looks like?
What?
The Saitama district of Japan.
Oh, that's 10 out of 10.
Yep.
He totally was meta. That's so meta.
What the hell? Dead leaves. What the fuck?
I know have you met the baby?
I'm looking at the baby right now.
Oh, the baby's the best part. Listen, I
What?
say.
How did that thing was so stupid? How that baby
Here's the
was
thing.
born.
Here's the thing. Because people talk. Because that's whenever I say the baby trope, that's the trope I'm referring to. It's like in almost nothing, but in like a bunch. It's in a few weird sci-fi stuff. What was it? Sandy Not Included, their most recent thing, had a scene like that.
Where like they just
No, don't
randomly
take it.
bones
Liam's
them?
watching it.
Let me figure out what this is, and then Max can explain the baby trope to me.
All right, but of course, we can't talk about the summer anime without talking about what is clearly the best anime coming out. New game.
What's new game? Oh yeah, this looks so great. Oh
I don't know
my
what new game is.
God.
Let me tell you this great plot. Meet Aoba Suzakaze, a fresh high school graduate, easily mistaken for a middle school student,
Holy shit! I couldn't even guess that.
who joins the game company, The Game Company.
Is that actually what it says?
The Game Company.
Is that actually what it fucking says?
Here, let me copy and paste it.
I'm actually mad. Like this is, I'm not playing this up, audience. I'm actually mad.
Middle student
that
who
they
joins
called it
The Game Company.
Meet a
Not a game company.
The Game Company.
Not
that
a game
produced
company.
Her favorite game as a 3D artist. What?
Not
That sentence has
I
no
just
grammar.
I want to hammer this point home. Not a game company, the game company. And of course, it's the best because there's going to be 3D in it because it's as a 3D artist. And of course, what would the show be without her cute antics as she always gets her way
co-workers.
through work and deals with her rather wacky. I mean, clearly.
I want to kill myself.
So, do we just give it best anime of all time now, or do we have to wait for it all to come out?
Is this fucking?
Wait for it all to come out.
Yeah, let's wait for it because I want to watch this train wreck. This is stupid and horrible.
What else looks? New season of Shokugeki no Soma.
Soma, that's the real best anime ever.
I love it so much.
I could watch that for hours.
I mean, I feel, because anyone who knows me knows that whenever I talk about anime, I've always consistently made the argument that with the exception of horror shows, anime does generally every type of show better.
Yes.
I feel like Shokugeki no Soma proved me right.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because I mean, like, you could watch a boring cooking show, or you can watch Shokugeki no Soma.
Right, I've always, Liam, because you missed it because you were watching Dead Leaves, I've always argued that with the exception of horror, anime does every type of show better.
Probably.
Shokugeki no Soma was like food shows were like one of the last things that hadn't been done by anime. And they did it, and I was proven right. Like, I mean, can you think of one genre besides horror that can't be done better in anime?
No.
Mechas. It's just mechas. Mechas never been done in anime.
I haven't seen a lot of live action mecha stuff, so maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
It could be done better.
Pacific Rim. That's the only live action mecha I can think of. Which, in all fairness, was really good.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, if it topped freaking anime mecha.
No. Listen. Pacific Rim did an amazing job combining like ridiculousness and coolness together. Like it's absurd. It's completely absurd. And I have moral issues with piloting one of those things. I would never do that because I don't want to share my brain with it. That being said, that wasn't the point. The point was it beats up large things.
Yeah.
And they did that really well. The thing is, once you start bringing in mechas, you could make an argument like Pacific Rim versus any of your generic Gundams. Or like mechas or anything.
Yeah.
You can make that argument, okay. But once you get into mechas, you have to bring in Gurren Lagann, and just nothing.
Nothing tops that.
You can't.
Fuck you if you think anything tops
that. Yeah, what else is But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like everyone, if you're watching this...
Fuck what I said earlier, Shokugeki tops freaking Gurren Lagann.
Here's the thing, anyone who's watching this has probably seen Shokugeki already and knows it's just amazing.
It just knows it's great. Everyone knows it's great.
I mean, it's just... I feel like we've reached an epitome of what anime can become.
Yeah, that's the final form. There's nothing past that now.
Until the sequel. What else looks kind of interesting? I don't know.
I'm not looking at the chart anymore.
Servamp looks...
Servamp. That already sounds bad.
It's about
All right,
vampires.
I finished Dead Leaves.
Okay, so I'm talking about when the baby becomes super old and destroys everything. That's the trope I talk about.
Yeah, he aged in a day.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, he turned into a giant fucking baby and just ruined everything. He
Yeah,
doesn't even like change appearance.
I know, it's phenomenal.
Oh boy. Kind of miss Lence's age.
I'm just looking at the art. I'm looking at the art for Servant Max. I'm sorry, this looks like a yaoi. This looks really gay.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
right,
Black Butler was originally meant to be a yaoi,
But
and
like,
that was pretty good.
that was pretty gay too.
Yeah,
Oh, hey,
but you know,
another thing they're releasing, Saiki Kusu no Sainan.
here's the thing. If
What
you
the
haven't
fuck?
read the Black Butler anime or the manga,
Read the Black Butler anime.
read the manga I meant. If you've never read it, I read the manga panda version, their translation. Here's the thing: if you read it, and I don't know if it seems so over the top that it may just be only that specific translation, which is the only reason I mention it. But there's an arc where they go to the schools, to this school, this like university type. I don't think it's a university as much.
A private school.
It's a private school. I don't know what year levels, but they have like the senior classmen, and underneath them they have like people who do work for them. I don't know. It's a thing at like rich British private schools or something. I don't fucking know. It seems stupid, and I would never do it because I have.
I think it was just like that one school, and it was supposed to be, or like it was like a Harry Potter type trope.
I don't know. But do you know? I'm not even fucking joking. It may be in, like I'm not sure. I have to stress this enough. It may just be that translation. But do you know what they translated? What they called the servants? It may just be that translation. But do you know what they called the students who served did the serving?
What?
I'm not. I'm literally. I want you to understand. This is not a joke. They were called facts.
I love it. I now love Black
I don't know
Butler.
if that's that specific translation or what the fuck's going on there. But that's what they called them in that translation.
We'll figure it out if the anime ever gets up to that arc.
I never see.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Even if they were to dub it and if they did the anime version, if that was the original, they would change it. Because they have to sell to Western audiences. An example of that is One Piece. They changed Whitebeard's flag because his original flag looked too much like a swastika.
Are you talking about the shitty 4Kids version of One Piece?
No, I'm talking about all of them. They changed it.
Okay.
Whitebeard. Here, I'll show you the original flag. But they said it had too many similarities to. Yeah.
Yeah,
here.
but that's also isn't the swastika also like a Buddhist symbol?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what he
It-
intended.
It originally was, but then Hitler got his hands on it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it originally looked like. I sent it to you in the thing. But yeah, that's what it was intended as. And then when he started selling it, his producers or whoever came to him was like, "Listen, it looks a lot like a swastika." And he looked at it and he's like, "Okay, maybe we should change it." And so now it's just the cross.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So fuck One Piece. Let's get. What else is there on this thing? There's nothing else that I want to note except that there's like 5 time travels.
Phoenix
here.
Wright anime.
That was.
That
I
was
mean-
last season. That sucked dingle dick.
I have to watch it, so I'm
Fuck
kind of
that
curious.
show. Don't, Liam. Don't.
I'm curious, but I'm probably.
Don't.
It's literally the game.
No. It's literally a shitty speed run of the game.
Yeah.
So, D. Greyman Hollow.
Here's the
I
thing.
haven't read
I don't know
Deep
what's
Grey Man
going
in,
on
like,
because I
5
read it up to the
years.
point where, or not, I didn't read it. I watched it up to the point where he goes and searches for the general,
Right.
and then there weren't like any other available at the time. And I've gone back a couple of times, and apparently there's more episodes, but I just never was ever able to find them afterwards, and I gave up eventually.
Yeah, here's the thing. I read the manga, so it doesn't
You read
matter.
all the fucking shonen manga.
Yeah. Because like the anime gets so far ahead, and I have more time to read the manga than I do have time to watch the anime.
I
I
tend.
don't watch all the shonen anime either.
Here's the
You
thing.
watch all the fucking shonen anime.
I tend to watch all like the Japanese mangas as animes, but all like the Korean and Chinese stuff I tend to read.
Yeah.
With the exception of like animes that I've caught up to, and so I have to read the manga and continue. Like One Piece. If I were to wait for One Piece, fucking it's not. Listen, they're like I think they're an arc behind now. They've caught up, but each time they get close, they just put in tons of filler. So why wouldn't I just read the manga?
Yeah. That was my freaking thing, and then I dropped it at Skypiea because it got boring.
It's ironic because listen. You can argue about whether One Piece is good or not. I felt like it really got good after Skypiea.
I hear you saying that, but I don't trust you.
Here's the thing. After Skypiea is the Water 7 and the Enies Lobby arc. They're two different
people
arcs,
told me
but they feel...
Naruto gets really good when he gets to fight Pain. Read that entire fucking thing, and I thought all of it was terrible.
I mean, let's be fair. It's pretty much the same fucking thing over and over and over again.
I'm just waiting for Bleach to end at this point.
Bleach is
I'm
on its...
waiting for Boruto to be canceled.
Liam, you can... it's not going to be much longer. They're on their last fight.
I hope so. My God.
I mean, to be fair, the last fight's been going on for, I think, a couple of years now. But it's the last fight.
And then you know what they're going to do? Then they're going to make Blech. And it's a completely new Bleach spin-off with Ichigo's
The age of the
son.
Shinigami are dead.
Yeah, Ichigo's son, and instead of Shinigami, it's just going to be, what the hell? Yokai. It's just going to be Yokai.
No, it's just like, my God, like... They're literally fighting another god at this point. It's not even interesting or new. Just end it. The spin on this one was so boring.
Here's the thing.
I think we just need
I
James
dropped
in here.
One Piece.
I think we
I
just
dropped
need
Bleach.
James in here
Here's when
just
I
to
dropped
go
Bleach.
Fuck all of the big three. We need James in here to go fuck all of the big three.
Listen, I like One Piece. I think it's different. I think it's very similar, but it's been different enough in each arc to remain reasonable that
I'm
you
gonna
continue
take a
it.
quote from my friend. One Piece is cancer, Ebola, AIDS. There you go.
Well, I feel like I could just say that about any anime.
You really could, technically speaking.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then cancer, Ebola, AIDS, in terms of anime, is awesome.
Which is what he was trying to say all along, don't you realize?
Oh, actually, I'm gonna put that in the chat. I have him on Skype.
But what was I saying? Yeah, no. Here's the thing. I dropped Bleach after I was super disappointed with the Arankars from Bleach. Super disappointed. Like, they build up the Vasto Lordes the entire time. They're better than captains. They're the greatest. And then the only one that's confirmed to be a Vasto Lordes is utter shit. Of all of them, she's the worst of all of them. Grimjack could beat her.
Grimjaw Jabberjack. This is the best name of all time.
And to be fair, I like Grimjack. He was kind of cool. But literally everyone could beat. She was shit, and she's the only one who was. Actually, I believe it's canon. He does beat her at one point.
Wait, are we talking about Nell?
No, not Nell. We're talking about Grimjack and the
Yeah, Grimjaw Jibberjack.
And who's the confirmed Vasto Lordes? It's the one with the blonde, the blondie.
Oh, the blondie, number 4. I don't know her name.
She's number 3.
Okay, I'm sorry to go on a sidetrack, but the anime Liam linked looks fucking ugly. What the hell is this character design?
It's supposed to be a comedy shit. It was not supposed to be taken seriously.
Yeah, but like other comedies have good art styles. Nichijou has a good art style.
I don't know, mate.
Where's this link?
Just look at like Slicing Keso no Greek number Nan.
I'm not even going to bother trying to type that in.
Just look at the link.
Yeah, I don't see the link. Where's this link?
It's right above your. It's right above the
Look
flag.
how ugly this guy is. Why are you pink hair with the antenna and the gross green? Green and pink don't mix.
I have.
They actually addressed this in the anime. It's really dumb.
This thing is stupid. Why would I ever? This is a
listen. This is. I saw this. This is one of the animes that the front of it looked so bad that I didn't bother to read the description.
Yeah, it looks fucking gross.
I actually read it and I quite enjoy it.
This looks like a shitty light novel.
You know what I read?
Fucking light novel.
You know what I read?
Well,
Liam,
it's a manga. It's
Yes.
a freaking manga.
do you know what I
okay.
read?
What?
Your mom.
Oh!
That literally made no sense.
You know what doesn't make sense?
You?
Your mom.
Oh!
Is there a new fucking Natasu no Tazai?
No, there isn't.
I don't think so.
Summer?
No.
I had to drop it. It got boring for me.
I dropped the manga as well.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's not a new season, but it's something.
It's a movie or OVA?
I think it's in the series.
It's OVA then.
But don't OVA have their own section?
Yeah, I don't understand why it's in the anime section if it's not a series.
Maybe it is a series, but it's not like main series.
Oh, it's like a side spin-off thing.
It's a 4-part original story by the mangaka.
Okay, he's like, yo, I'm gonna make a more generic fantasy.
Full counter! I bet you're wondering how I did that. After you beat me in my own home, I went and watched all the animes, learning all their moves and skills.
Oh my god.
I don't know, that looks about it for summer.
Yeah, not a good season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright,
okay
well,
stuff.
Let's look at fall.
No, it's time to go for me.
Is it?
yeah, I'm tired, so I'm just gonna hang up. See you guys.
Wait. Before that happens, let's take a quick look at to be announced.
Okay, look at the TBA for me, because I just closed the page, I don't feel like reloading.
The second, the best, the new, I know I said new game was clearly the best. But clearly,
is it better?
Chica Chica Idol is
No fucking way.
just
Dude,
going to...
that is my jam. That is the shit.
Betrays the lives of girls that are members of, quote, the underground idol group.
Whoa! Underground idol group.
Here's...
That actually sounds like a stripper club.
Here's the thing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the thing. Aren't they just shit idols then?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about it.
No, I'm sorry. I refuse to acknowledge this as anything other than a stripper anime. That sounds like a strip club. The underground idol.
Well,
group.
have you seen the outfits?
Oh god, link it in the chat.
Chica Chica. Oh my god!
Oh.
You know who would love this series?
Planet.
Okay, yup, these are strippers.
You know who would love this series? Yurichi.
No, Kree would love this. I'm gonna link him this.
Yay!
Oh,
They're adapting
there's a
Clockwork
trailer,
Orange.
guys.
There's a trailer?
Yup.
Okay, I'm not even gonna
Oh
bother
dear God,
watching that.
no, dear, no, oh God, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
gonna be honest.
so sorry I linked this to any of you. I apologize profusely. Don't watch the trailer.
I'm
What
watching the trailer.
happens?
Oh God.
Okay, Liam, just tell me what happens.
Okay, so there's a window with pink curtains and an air conditioner and a yellow background wall. Typical anime girl waking up in her bedroom.
No, that's not a typical anime girl. Anime girls don't look like that. That's not anime.
True. She's like a 3D. What is that? The Rooster Teeth Ruby model type shit.
That's exactly what it is.
God.
I'm sorry.
The cat's blowing her face. What the hell?
Oh my god, why did I
She's
do
not even
that?
trying to get the cat. What is this? What is
So-
this?
Let's
Okay, no.
everyone just exit
I
it. Just
changed my
exit it and
mind.
pretend
Oh my god!
This is the best fucking thing in the world.
pretend we never saw that.
Her legs are going into her.
Just
What
exit
the
it.
shit? That was worse than any 3D CG thing.
I'm sorry, okay guys? I'm sorry.
Max,
Her
what the
eyebrows.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Just leave it, Liam. Just
Don't
exit
let
the
me
window.
out.
Close it before it's too
Fuck.
Close the-
Oh my god! I can't do it! I can't do it! My hands just won't go to the
I'm
mouth!
so
I am too baffled
sorry.
by this!
I'm